Hi everybody, this is Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, with another episode of Breaking Boxes. Today, we are going to be busting open not one, but two pre-release kits from the Brothers War. So I have a box of Mishra's Burnished Banner and Urza's Iron Alliance. So I thought in this one video we would bust into each of these pre-release kits, see what sort of good stuff we get from the Brothers War. They had a lot of great artifact reprints in this set. Hoping to get a Wormcoil engine, I think would be fantastic. But there's so many good things in this set. So I am very excited to break into these boxes. So let's get into it. I think first off, we're going to start with Mishra's Burnished Banner. All right, so here we have our Mishra's Burnished Banner pre-release kit. So let's get into this. Toss that to the side. They've started doing these little punch-out things. I don't really know what these are for. I don't get it. So somebody tell me in the comments, what these punch-outs are for. I mean, I understand these +1/+1 indicators, but these little... Okay, so the gears have +1/+1 on the other side, but what are these for? I have absolutely no clue, so we'll toss that to the side. Here is our pre-release box. And here's the die that comes with it. I like the coloration on this. We will keep this off to the side. Look at it last, and there are our packs. And pre-release kit comes with 6 packs. So let's see what we got, and if there's really any difference between the two kits. Kind of like with in the Ravnica sets, there was a difference. The Nuke Penna, it was color variation. I don't know if there's any difference between these. All right, commons. And let's see. Okay, here's our uncommons. Philology, Excavation. 2 green and 3. Create 3 tapped Power Stone tokens, and you gain 3 life. Lauren, Disciple of History. Whenever she enters the battlefield, or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand. That's nice. Arbelist Engineers. Gruel in 1. When they enter the battlefield, choose 1. They deal 1 damage to any target. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gets Trample and the Hostes. Or create a tapped Power Stone token. And then our rare for this pack, a Thran Spider. 3 mana for a 2/4 Reacher. When it enters the battlefield, you and target opponent create a tapped Power Stone. Pay 7. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. That's okay, I guess. And then we've got a Journeyer's Kite, 2 mana. Pay 3, tap it to search your library for a basic land card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. And that's got the blueprint drawing. That's what I'm trying to say of the Journeyer's Kite. And then a Construct token. All right. So off to a start. Getting into this second pack. All right. Commons. All the commons. Into our uncommons. All right, Take Flight, blue and 3, enchant creature. Gets +1/+0 when it has flying, and whenever this creature attacks, draw a card. That's pretty handy. Kind of nifty. Thran Vigil, black and 1. Whenever for an enchantment, whenever one or more artifacts or creature cards leave your graveyard during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then we have an Iron Call Crusher. This has that prototype, so it's 7 mana for the full effect, or you can cast it for its prototype for 2 green and 2. So if you cast it for the prototype, you get a 2/5. If you cast it for the full 7, it's a 4/6. And when it attacks, target attacking creature gets +X/+0 until the end of turn, where X is its power. So it sounds like you can either target itself or you can target something else. Okay. And then here we have In the Trenches. So this is a mythic rare. 2 white and 1 creatures you control get +1/+1, so it's an anthem effect. 5 and white, exile target non-land permanent you don't control until In the Trenches leaves the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery and only once. So it sounds like you only get that effect once, okay? And then there is a Burnished Heart. And then a foil for this pack, a Power Plant Worker. I like the foiling on that. The art on that is pretty neat. 5 mana for a 4/4, pay 3. It gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If you control creatures named Mine Worker and Tower Worker, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Power Plant Worker instead. Activate only once each turn. Oh, so it's a riff on the lands, the Urza's Tower, Urza's Mine, and Urza's Power Plant. Okay. So I'm beginning to think that there is really not a difference between the two packs, kind of like with the Ravnica packs or the new Capenna packs. So it's just the boxing on it, and maybe the die color, I would imagine. All right. So our commons, going through the commons. It's my common song. All right, call the commons. Okay, here we go. Mask of the Jade Crafter, 2 mana. X and tap it to sack it to create an XX colorless golem artifact creature token. Activate only as a sorcery. Green and 2 to unearth it. And then exile it at the beginning of the next end step, or if it would leave the battlefield. So you would unearth it to go ahead and activate it to exile it. Forging the Anchor. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of artifact cards from among them and put the reveal cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. That must be the temporal anchor that they're building, like that card. It is in my Gen Draws deck. Check out that video. It's episode 4 of War Council, where I talk about the temporal anchor and hopefully explain it correctly. Then we have the Jotun Frontliner, 1 for a 1/1. Whenever it attacks another target creature you control, gets +1/+1 till end of turn, and you can unearth it for a white mana. Then we have Drafna, the founder of Latinum. 1 and a blue for a Human Artificer Advisors, 2/1. Blue and 1, return target artifact you control to its owner's hand. Okay, so if somebody steals one of your artifacts, you can return it. Or no, you can't, because it's what you control, not what you own. And then pay 3, copy target artifact spell you control. Okay. And then we have a Jaloom Tomb. 2 to tap it to draw a card and discard a card. And a zombie token. That's an interesting looking zombie. I don't know about that zombie. But anyway, okay, on to the next pack. returning to the common song. Alright, all the commons, going through them. Alright, so we have Urza, Power Stone, Prodigy, blue and 2 for a human artificer with vigilance. Whenever you discard one or more artifact cards, create a tapped Power Stone token. This ability triggers only once each turn, and you can pay 1 to tap it to draw to discard. Horned Stone Seeker enters the battlefield, create a tapped Power Stone token with Menache, and then when it leaves the battlefield, sack Power Stone. Don't know too much about that. The audacity! A green mana enchanting creature gets +2/+0 and has trample. When it is put into the graveyard, draw a card. And a Gixian Puppeteer, black and 3. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. When it dies, return another target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. I kind of like that. That'd be great in a mono black draw deck, maybe with Sheoldred. That could be fun. Then the Bone Saw. 0 mana for a +1/+0 equipment. Okay. And we're about done with this pre-release kit. Just 2 packs left. And our pre-release card. And we're gonna sing the common song again. Is that bad? I'm sorry. But there's just so many commons. Alright, there we go. And then we also have the Young Mishra. Excavation Prodigy. Haste. Pay 1 to tap to discard a card, then you draw a card, and whenever you discard 1 or more artifacts, add 2 red. This ability triggers only once each turn. Alright, Defabricate. 1 and a blue to choose 1 counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Exile it, or counter target activated or triggered ability. That's kind of nice. Counter those triggered abilities or the activated abilities. Monastery Swift Spear, red mana for a hasting 1/2 monk with prowess. And then a Mishra's Foundry. Tap it to add a colorless, pay 2, it becomes a 2/2 assembly worker artifact creature token until end of turn. It's still a land. Okay. Pay 1 and tap it. Target attacking assembly worker gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Okay, not bad, not bad. And then we have an epic, or not an epic, a mythic Platinum Angel with the blueprint art. Look at that. That's kind of awesome. I like that. Flying, you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win. And then a land. Not really been hitting lands. Interesting. And then a construct. And then the last pack. Here we go. Okay. Last pack from the Mishra box. What was that? Mishra's Burnished Banner. And all these commons. All of them. Look at them. There's so many. Okay, here we go. Into our uncommon section. Hulking Metamorph. Another prototype. 9 mana or for a 7/7, or you can pay 2 blue and 2 for a 3/3. It enters the battlefield as a copy of an artifact or creature you control, except it's an artifact creature in addition to its other types. And its power and toughness are equal to Hulking Metamorph's power and toughness. Okay, so it becomes a copy of it, but it still is either a 3/3 or a 7/7. Okay. The Phalagi Vanguard, red and white and 2. For first striking human soldier, when it or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Black mana for a sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hands. You choose an artifact or creature from it. Then choose an artifact or creature from their graveyard. And you exile those. That's pretty good removal. Trying to get stuff that might be recurred out of the graveyard. I like that. And another mythic. I mean, we're hitting some good mythics here. So we have Arcane Proxy. 7 mana for an artifact creature wizard. It's a 4/3, or you can prototype it for 2 blue and 1. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, exile target instant or sorcery card with mana value less than or equal to its power from your graveyard. Copy that card. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. That's pretty nice. So you cast it. You could probably blink it or flicker it and get some instant. I kind of like that. That's pretty neat. That'd be great in a Spellslinger deck. And then we've got a Chromatic Lantern, which, I love me a Chromatic Lantern. Lands you control, tap, add 1 mana of any color. You can tap it for mana. It fixes so many mana problems in decks. Love that card. And then a Construct. And that is all the packs for Mishra's Burnished Banner. So let's take a look and see what our pre-release card was for this set. Lauren of the Third Path. All right. YN2 for Human Artificer. When it enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Tap it, you and opponent each draw a card. That's pretty cool. And then let's go ahead and bust into this. I've been usually keeping the pre-release cards in these packs, but I want to give y'all from this set, from this box, the pre-release, and then here's some punch outs, the arena code. So here is the arena code for this pre-release box. All right, so that is it for the Mishra's Burnished Banner. After the break, we will be back with the other box that we're going to be busting open, and that is from Urza's Iron Alliance. So stick with us, and we'll be back with another box opening. All right, and we are back with the second of our 2 pre-release kits. So we're going to be doing Urza's Iron Alliance now. And again, I'm really thinking there's not a difference between the boxes other than maybe the die. Well, that sucks. Other than the die that's in here, might have some different coloration. But I don't think there's really any big difference between the 2 boxes. So there's that. I'll toss this to the side. And then, whoop. And I just lost the dice. Okay, hang on. Let's see if I can reach it with my foot, because it rolled all the way under. Okay, there we go. Here is the die. All right, so here is my Urza die. And then same thing, we will keep this secret, and then we'll pull out these packs here. And then there's the packs. All right, well, let's get into this first one. And we'll get through all these commons. I won't try to sing the common song. Alright. Another Iron Crawl Crusher. Another Urza's. And another Audacity. And another In the Trenches. Okay. So that's our second In the Trenches. That's kind of funny. And then a Semblance Anvil, 3 mana imprint. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile a non-land card from your hand. Spells you cast that share a card type with the exiled card cost 2 less to cast. Kind of like that. That's nice. And then we have our Power Stone. All right. Well, that was a quick pack since we've already seen all the cards pretty much. All right, going through, trying to cut it too. All right, we've seen Lauren. We've seen the Alabasta Engineers. We've seen the Mask of Jadecraft. All right, here we go. Visions of Phyrexia. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Okay. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't play a card from exile this turn, create a tapped Power Stone token. Well, okay, so this had me until the second part, because I was thinking, you know, this would be good in my Prosper deck, because it's all about exiling cards and making treasure. But, you know, I'd like to get the Power Stone, but I'm going to be casting cards from exile all the time, so I wouldn't get the treasure token. Or not the treasure, but the Power Stone, which would be really nice. So, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that one. Sigil of Valor, 2 mana for an equipment. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other creature you control. Be great in a token deck. Wreck some face. And then we have a Trench Stalker in foil. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, it has Death Touch and the lifelink. Nice. And then a Soldier Boy. Okay. Next pack. Let's see if we see some of the same uncommons. I mean, come on now. Okay. Getting through the uncommons. Alright, here's a new one. Okay, Horned Stone Seeker. Nope, we've seen it. Hulking Metamorph, we've seen it. Falaji Vanguard, we've seen it. And here we go, Mishra's Command, which is funny because it came out of the Urza box. Red and X, choose 2. Target player may discard up to X cards. Then they draw a card for each card discarded this way. It deals X damage to target creature. It deals X damage to target planeswalker. Target creature gets +X/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. I like that. That has a lot of good possibilities. And you get 2 of them? I could get down with that. And an Elsewhere Flask, 2 mana. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, sack it, choose a basic land type. Each land you control becomes that type until end of turn. Okay, so if you really need like some blue mana or something, or a specific color that you may not have, okay, I could see some use for that. Next pack here. All right. Okay, and there we go. All right, seen this card. All right, here's one we haven't seen. Suchi Cave Guard, 8 mana. Oh, 8 mana for an 8/8. Vigilance Ward 4. The hell you say? When it dies, add 8 mana until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Holy cow. I mean, it's 8 mana, so he a big boy, but Ward 4, so it can't be targeted. And if it dies, you get 8 colorless mana. That's pretty good. I like that. Levitating Statue, 2 mana for an artifact flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. Pay 2, Living Statue becomes a 1/1 construct until end of turn. So cast a bunch of non-creature spells, it gets counters, it gets Lorge. I dig it. Oh, and then we get a Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. I really like this card. I run this in my Gen Draws decks. Again, check out the video for it under War Council. Just posted it the other day. And I also run this in my Tulane deck. Any deck that you're running or playing that has a lot of draw in it, you can get to this neg 12 quickly. And then, you know, you just pretty much wreck a player's day. So this is a fantastic Teferi. I mean, in both Gen and the Tulane deck, I mean, I've been able to ult them almost the same turn that I play them. So fantastic Teferi, and in the blueprint art, that's awesome. And then the Ivory Tower, 1 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life, where X is the number of cards in your hand, -4. Oh, and then a foil, Liquid Metal Coating. Tap it, target permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its other types this turn. They'll soon become accustomed to wearing skin that is not their own. Elish Norn. That's not creepy at all. Alright, so we've had some really good, I mean, that's probably like the 4th. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that's the 4th or 5th mythic that we've pulled from here. I mean, that's fantastic. Alright. All the commons. Forging the Anchor again. The Jotun Frontliner. Mishra. And then our rare is a Fortified Beachhead. Enters the battlefield, you may reveal a soldier from your hand. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal a soldier or you control a soldier. Okay, nice. And then a Chrome Star, 1 mana. Pay 1 and sack it to add 1 mana of any color. When it's put into the battle or the graveyard, draw a card, and it's the blueprint art. I do like these full art lands with the giant mechs in the background. That's pretty awesome. And our last pack from this box. Alright. Will we see an uncommon that we haven't already seen? Okay. That is a no, because we've already seen that one. We've seen the Defabricate, and we've not seen the Thopter mechanic. Okay. 1 blue and 1. When you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on it. When it dies, create a 1/1. Okay, so it just gets bigger, and then if it dies, you make just 1 Thopter. I would like this better if you made like a Thopter for every 1/1 counter on it. That could have been good, but I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. And then our rare is going to be Twanos the Toymaker. Simic in 3. Whenever you cast a beast or a bird creature spell, you may copy it, except the copy is an artifact in addition to its other types. The copy becomes a token. So this reminds me of, is it Voro from the Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realm, where if you cast a creature, you get to make a token that's a copy of it. So you're just doubling everything up. So very similar playstyle, I think. And then another Journeyer's Kite. All right, and that is all of the packs. So let's check out what our promo card is. Holy shit. So seriously, look at this. 2 boxes, right? 2 boxes of a pre-release, and we get 3 copies of In the Trenches. What the hell? Oh Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. And then let's go ahead and bust into this. And then here is your code from Urza's Iron Alliance. All right. Well, I hope that y'all have enjoyed this episode of Breaking Boxes. Give us a comment. What's been your favorite card from the Brothers War? I know that we're several sets past it, but yeah, what's some cards that you like from that set? I mean, there was some fantastic artifact reprints in here. What was your favorite card? What sets are you looking forward to coming up? I am a big Doctor Who nerd, and these upcoming Doctor Who sets, oh my goodness. The spoilers that they've given, I am so excited for this set to come out in October. I know we've got the Commander decks. I'm wondering what else we're going to get. I'm about to throw all my money at my local game store. So, in the meantime, be sure to follow me on Facebook. Check me out on the Instagrams. Check out my link tree in the description below for links to all of the social medias. In the meantime, this is Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, wishing everybody a fantastic gaming night. Y'all take it easy and have a great evening.